Hello everyone and welcome for our last tie of the day, which sees the Los Angeles beat against the Arkansas Matrix, looking to end us on a positive note. The beat, losing both of their matches, well, both teams losing both of their matches yesterday. So wanting to take some points.
Still points up for grabs. You know, if you don't finish bottom, you'll get something out of the points pool.
Exactly, you want to take something to start you on that road to New York. I think it'll be difficult for the beat to book a place on the tomorrow, but we'll have a look at things. We'll have to check to see if there was a chance that the Matrix could maybe sneak into fourth place, even if it was just with one win. They performed reasonably well yesterday against the Flow Rider Goats, to be fair, the Matrix, with LLaguno and
Caldera in action.
Thank you very much. Yeah, they lost 6-4, 6-2 to Gemma and Delfi, which is reasonably respectable performance, to be fair. Actually,
they were seeing Julia Polo, who of course teamed up with Barbara Las Heras. Switching partners for this final group game, the final outing for LA beat Martina Fassio, top 50.
Again, so just rotating the team, obviously just trying to freshen things up a little bit.
This is the penultimate match of this third day of competition here at the Wayfair Arena. Pablo Lijo, Álvaro Cepero will be on next for the LA beat, and for Arkansas Matrix, Alex Arroyo. No Rubio.
Inigo Joffre, who used to partner Rubio, so quite a similar player as well. So we know
2 more matches left on this centre court before the big day, day 4, podium day.
Tomorrow. We will give you all the confirmation of who finished where with what points and who will play what final or third and fourth match before we go, of course.
Fassio and Julia Polo.
The warm-up lasts 5 minutes, and then the players will get their game underway. As we said, hoping to pick up some points. It's a long journey to that final in New York in October. And the points you pick up here in this opening competition could be very important.
Exactly, so it's definitely worth giving it everything. I say less than 3 weeks before we go to San Sebastian. Okay, so there is the standing of the women at the moment. Arkansas and Los Angeles down at the bottom, but obviously if Arkansas could get a decent win, well, that would, whoever wins will take 50%, and then depending on how quickly they win it, how many games they win, might have a chance of sneaking into fourth place, at the moment occupied by Cancun, which is
good few days for Cancun, also for Flow Rider and New York. We've got a final New York Flow Rider, probably the 2 best pairings. They've been excellent here.
Well, there's a chance anyhow. Whatever you do, there's a chance to move above Houston, perhaps above Toronto, and pick up more points. So, you know, there is an incentive into giving it everything and winning. And as I say, if one of these teams does get a big win, that might just put them into fourth place. Once again, something we would confirm during the evening. I say, and after that we have our final match, which is Pablo Lijo and Álvaro Cepero against Inigo Joffre and Alex Arroyo. Alex Arroyo, we know, is another one of those big hitters.
Well, the players back with their coaches shortly. Be underway. Penultimate match here. Been a thrilling inaugural event. PPL in Miami started on June the 19th. Will finish on Sunday. Then not long to wait until the next event, the 10th to 13th of July. PPL will travel to Spain, San Sebastian. Then in August, the 14th to the 17th, Mexico. Guadalajara hosting the PPL event. First time in Mexico at the end of August, beginning of September. The PPL All-Star Festival, the Hamptons, USA. And then in October, 16th and 19th, a month earlier than last season, PPL Cities Cup in New York. 8 of the 10 teams will qualify. So, of course, those points they pick up along the way could prove vital.
Exactly, just waiting for our players to come on court, getting the final team talk. I'm going to say, sticking my neck out, I think Arkansas are slight favourites going into this one.
We've had a few upsets, quite a few. More than we expected, because that prediction league, that, you know, our picks, I don't even want to see that table come tomorrow, because I think, you know...
A little bit worried, are we?
I don't know. We'll have to see how we fare against the Spanish commentators.
Oh, well,
sat just to our right.
There is that, isn't there? There is that.
Bit of pride. Bit of commentator pride at stake.
Don't mind so much about not beating Peter, because obviously he's a
pro.
He's a pro.
And when we say pro, he's a pro commentator and a pro paddle player.
But I would love to beat Javi so much.
We want to put one out. Javi's the courtside reporter who today was wearing pink shoes.
Very fetching.
You'll see him later. He'll be interviewing the winners of both matches here, the last 2 games of the group stage here at the Wayfair Arena in Miami.
Okay, looks like it's going to be Brea to get us underway.
Start of the match. Beatriz Caldera to serve.
Fassio just helping it on. So drive off the backlash. She's born in Pamplona in Navarra. Not far from San Sebastian, to be honest. But represents Argentina because, I presume, of her parents.
15 love.
And these players playing with much pressure. There are some points at stake. Now, between matches, some supporters here in the stands were just asking who was up next. And I said, you know, the name of the players. And Patty is definitely one to watch. Such a great player. Has been around for quite a few years.
A little bit like Lucia Sainz.
But it's like maybe in 5-10 years' time when you say, Tapia's playing. For those now, he is the hero, or Patty was everyone's hero 5-10 years ago. Still an outstanding player, still top 20.
(30-15), nice passing shot there. Julia Polo. Whoa, unlucky there, Patty.
Almost scoops it over.
30.
That's very hard to do, and then very hard to get enough power on as well, to be fair. Oi, rare unforced error there from Patty.
30-40.
Goes very high. Again, the bajada from Brea. A little bit of luck, but that is the first game going to the Los Angeles. We got the beat. Martina Fassio and Julia Polo.
Fassio getting a first run out here in Miami. on the active roster. Of course, rosters are made up of several players, a minimum of 6, can have 9, can have more when you do trades that involve maybe receiving 2 players and with 1 player moving in the opposite direction.
No way they were going to get to that after it bounced off the net court.
Martina Fassio to serve. Net, second service.
Just goes a wee bit long. Love 15.
Love 15.
As Julia puts that one into the net.
On a movement on the LAB roster during the off-season. Tolito Aguirre, the only player remaining from the original roster last season.
Yeah, lots and lots of changes.
(30-15).
As for Arkansas, Araceli Martinez, we saw her in action earlier. Patti Iaguno, Gonzalo Rubio, and Maria de Castillo still on the roster.
So, yeah, of course, it was Aranceli who played yesterday, not Patti.
Atari Cata Tenorio. One of the greatest ever women's players. Rally here.
Thought about putting that off the back of the court, didn't you there, Patti, then changed her mind. Goes deep.
Lovely. Contra pared. Gets it over the net, scooped back over by Patti. You've got the 4 players out on court. No real big hitters on either team.
Maybe Julia's the biggest hitter, but I've not seen much of, to be honest. I've got to confess, I haven't seen a lot of Martina Fassio. And just turns that one into the net. Julia Polo can hit it pretty hard. 40-15. Chance to move to love up Fassio on the serve. Nicely stayed over by Brea.
That communication so important. Constantly chatting away. Polo and Fassio. Very few unforced errors. We've had over 6 minutes, and still this is only the second game. Just lacking the power.
But I think that's an indication of the sort of battle we're going to see now. Lots of lobs, lots of globos.
You have players that kind of ground out, you know, they grind out those points, wear players down, opponents down. Make very few mistakes, your big hitters. Now, Patti's never been a big hitter. But very tactical, very clever with her shots. Of course, you know, the years and years of experience of playing at the highest level. That shot selection. It's not about strength when you watch Patti. That toque, that finesse.
Absolutely. Well played. That was aggressive there from Fassio.
Law 15.
Or for Fassio, for example, who hasn't played up until now, you put in a good performance and you might move up in that pecking order for the next event in San Sebastian in Spain in less than a month. I think we've seen quite a few players on different teams that have kind of stepped out of the shadows.
Love 30.
In the final, on the men's, Cancun Waves, who would have thought?
Well, I think the Waves is the revelation, really. Love 30. Once again, Patty under pressure now. Looks for the bajada. Great block from Polo.
Another good rally.
Love 40.
4 more break points. They're not being super aggressive, but they're just getting a little bit closer to the net, aren't they, Fassio and
Well, they've got
Polo, but quite happy as well to play deep if they need to and just go globo, globo, globo.
they've got Bear and Patty on the back foot in most of the points. Here they're at the net.
Whoa, touch of luck.
A bit of luck there. And losing the point and losing the game. But when they do get
Los Angeles
the they're pushed back almost immediately.
games to love.
They've not been able to take any advantage when they're at the net. And that's credit to how Julia and Martina started this match.
Well, a good start for the beat.
Just behind them, Barbara and Alvaro, also Pablo Lijo in attendance.
Public coming back in, that's good actually. It's good that people have, in a session with 2 matches, that they, okay, maybe the first one is the one you really, really
A lot
are
of people
excited
want
about.
to see Tapia, of course.
Yeah.
He draws in big crowds, but there are other matches that can be just as entertaining. Of course, if you're watching the sport, picking up the sport, wanting to play the sport, learning the sport, you need to watch different types of players, because if I watch
Probably.
Ausberger, I could never play like Ausberger.
No, no. If you're a beginner, you will probably learn more from watching this than you will by watching a game of biff, bang, pow in 55 minutes.
Yeah, Patty, for example, is a great player to watch, because a lot of people start paddle
9.
when they're my age, maybe a bit younger.
No, it's true.
You know, late 30s,
I mean, a lot
40s.
a lot of the people I know have stopped,
Late 40s.
have stopped playing football or soccer, from where
Soccer.
depending where you're from. We're English, so it's football, because it's played with your feet, not your hands. And
They've moved into
paddle,
Julia Polo.
which keeps them fit, maybe not quite as demanding
Yeah,
on.
but you're not as athletic as a lot of these younger players, so it's always good to focus on tactical players, what kind of shots to play in certain situations, and a lot of the times, a lot of players don't have the power that your Ausberger, Cardona, Tapia, Cuello, etc. have.
When you say a lot of the times, you mean about 99.99%.
0.999999%, yeah.
That's got a bit too
But
much.
it's still extremely enjoyable. And
Love 15.
playing with, you know, players, friends who are of a similar level, it's great fun.
Couple of beverages afterwards to refresh your spirit.
Not before,
Well, it depends. You can have
unless it's got electrolytes.
exactly. Antioxidants is what I was thinking about.
The positional play, passing, superb.
Love 30.
30 went just a bit long.
In the players' lounge yesterday,
That went quite way along actually from that angle.
Julio was sat on the couch, so was Barbara saying, we can play much better. Hopefully, come tomorrow, we can give a good account of
Love
ourselves.
40.
And they have started well. Okay.
Slipping
Love
away
40
a little bit in this game,
on
love
Julio
40.
Polo's serve, but they've won the first 3 games.
Just clipped the net. I thought that one, well, maybe not. So one of the breaks broken back by Caldera now to serve.
3-1.
We were asking the coach of Arkansas how was Barbara, because you were having a chat with her, saying that she had picked up an injury, which you all know about, and was on the road to recovery and started playing competitively again.
15 love.
Maybe needs a bit more time till we see the best version of her.
Exactly. So 15 love, well played, well placed there by Patty. Right into the stanchion. Ah, very well, very, very good.
30 love.
30 love. Looks as if they've got themselves into the rhythm.
Disguise that smash. And then the fake smash.
And 40 love. Chasing around.
40 love.
Really, when you're chasing it around like that, it's very, very hard to get it back. Because normally the ball stays low.
I'm not too sure what the coach told the players, but they've come out looking a very different doubles team.
I think the told them to be a little bit more positive.
A bit more aggressive, which they have been.
Very well played.
Back-to-back games.
Game. Arkansas Madrid. Los Angeles lead 3-2.
Yeah, well played there. Definitely just taking a step forward in those last 2 games.
Well, they saw in the first 3 games that they were back defending, and they lost those 3 games. So some wise words from the coach. I'm sure also some wise words from Patty, who's passing on her experience. It's not just a doubles partner here, also I've heard in training the rest of her teammates. When something's not working in paddle, you've got to make a quick switch. You can't just keep doing the same thing.
And just hope it comes right.
Yeah, it can't be predictable. And so they've opted to take the game to their opponents. And it's paid off. 3 love down, 3-2.
Time.
Okay, time's up.
Martina Fassio, a player from Argentina, to serve. Still 1 break up.
Net second service.
The thing about the LAB, they actually won here last year in Miami. It's definitely more direct though, isn't it, from Fassio? Sorry, from Caldera and LLaguno.
Cuts across Patty, has to scurry back because she didn't hit the winner. It was all about not putting the ball away when you had the chance
15-0.
and getting made to pay for it. When you cut across court to hit a volley, you can. You have to make sure you do something with it.
That went a bit wild. 15-30.
Because at this level, players on the other side of the net can punish any mistake.
Well Well played, 30-all.
30-all.
She stayed a bit low. She dealt with it well there, not?
Tough one for Patty, really well. And again.
And again.
Good contra pared, good depth. Oh, that came off the frame.
And it was punished accordingly. 14-30, so a chance to go 4-2 up. It's the best arm we've seen so far, I think.
Definitely. Sign him up.
Good lob. Take the chance to go to the net, but that's an excellent lob in return. Patty looks to have sent it down the middle. Thought about coming forward, but just hovering a little bit in no man's land. Well defended. That's got too much on it, that's gone. So,
Golden point.
another golden point.
Chance here to tie proceedings for Bear and Patty. Or can Martina hold
Beatriz
her
Caldera
serve?
to receive.
20 minutes gone in this opening set of the penultimate match here at the Wayfair Arena.
Oh, lovely.
Brilliant.
Really well played.
Los Angeles beat.
Julia
They
Polo
lead 4-2.
just taking all the sting out of that return.
And she moved in really quickly there. But we still couldn't get that. Okay, so it's LLaguno serving 4-2 down. There were 2 breaks down, but they've pulled 1 back. Still work to do if they want to stay in this first set.
Doesn't quite have enough in it. Over the net.
Tried to just
15 love.
steer it over with 2 hands. Julia Polo.
Not playing now or tomorrow, but if you're a big fan of that double-handed backhand, Victoria Iglesias can definitely strike it. One of the best backhands in world paddle.
15-all.
15-all. She won't be very happy with that, no? Sorry, Bear.
You can see that again when Toronto next play in Spain in July.
Well played, Patty. Once again, just putting it off those two walls. 30-15. Good deep serve. Clips the net on the return. Oh,
that was one that should have been put away there, Patty.
30-all.
Julia's return was higher than she would have liked. It was a good height, comfortable height for Patty.
Good serve again, though. Well played. That was nice.
40-30.
Nicely angled into the corner. Well worked the point.
You don't have enough power to win it outright by smashing it over the 4-meter back wall, 3-meter side wall. Try and aim your shots towards the fence.
Good return. And again, looking for that angle on the fence, as you say. They just must have been listening to us. That's too long, and that is
Game
4 games to 3.
Oh, Julia made that mistake. Chance to amend that error. When the players return, it'll be her serve, leading 4-3, 1 break-up in this opening set.
Getting a little bit of window cleaning again. As we just watch the look at the dugouts, and a bit of frustration there maybe from Patty. The LA Matrix, one of the original, sorry, the Arkansas Matrix, one of the original teams in the Pro Padel League.
There were 7 original teams, and now up to 10 different franchises. 8 based here in the US, 1 from Canada, another from Mexico. And the team from Mexico will be in the men's final in the podium day. We're playing first against second.
From the town, by the way, Mark, Arkansas of Lovell, founded by the club owners Barbara Hudson, Shannon Hudson, and Johan Dentum.
Players to the court, please.
Okay, we're ready to go again. It's Julia Polo serving. She was broken in her first service game when there were 3-love up.
Oh, get held up. That's one you really should have put away. Not easier said than done, but she'll be disappointed, Julia. Even more so if they lose this point.
No, that was better.
Great play.
Yeah. Just
Fassio, I think.
nice height there, wasn't it? And he just said, finish, mate.
Gets forward, Patty. Covered over ground. Patty Uguno.
15-all.
Very wise with her movements. I mean, physically, can't really compete with the, well, some of the teenagers. Sophia Scythe, for example. Medina Lobo, quite a few young, talented players.
Just lose a little,
Makes up for that with
just
the,
lose a yard of pace, don't you?
and,
But you have to make up with your brain.
yeah, and she does.
.30-15. Once again, make sure that ball is in a safe place. Oh, well played.
Oh, lovely. Nice little touch there.
30-all.
That sort of highlights that maybe they haven't got quite the power to play that sort of a shot on a regular basis. Different style of paddle that we're seeing in this game, or this match.
All perfectly valid. Also, the style you play depends a lot on the player that's playing alongside you and the players on the opposite side of the court. If you're playing with a big hitter, slightly more defensive. Patty.
She'll be annoyed with that.
Definitely.
Unforced error into the net.
It was a huge point also at 30-all.
It's a chance to get 2 break points.
A chance there now for Julia to serve for 5-3.
Oh, that's very good. Great
Excellent.
shot.
Brilliant.
Possibly the best shot of the match so far. 5-3 for Fassio and Polo for the
Such a big point also, Paul.
LA beat. Just takes half a step inside the court there, doesn't she? Yeah.
Hold.
Tight in on the side of the court there. 15 love.
Slightly long there.
15
I
all.
think we've seen more unforced errors from Patty than we've been accustomed to. Still just a breakdown in this opening set.
Just knowing you've got to break back there just puts that extra little bit of pressure on, doesn't it? Oof, well, it's gone a wee bit long. 30-15.
30-15.
But the way that this match is being played, serve I don't think isn't quite as significant as it is in, say, when you're playing maybe Ausberger and company,
Caldera.
or Jean Sanz and Capnolo.
Still very tactical, still very strategic, still looking to try and gain an advantage, try and get to the net, join your doubles partner. So that's a good deep slice serve. But obviously, if you compare the importance of the serve to maybe a sport like tennis, tennis you get places. I think it has a bigger influence on matches than the serve and paddle. Still, it's an important shot.
So we'll be back with Martina Fassio serving with new balls for the first set.
Just over half an hour gone in this match between LA Beat and Arkansas Matrix. Fassio, Polo have struggled on their serve. They lead 5-4. Maybe the turn of the Argentine to try and serve out this first set.
Certainly a bit warmer on court, isn't it, than it has been in other
There's lots of love.
moments.
There's lots of love out there, Paul. Well, there has been between the teams. There's been a great vibe.
Oh yeah,
throughout.
I think everyone really
this event.
enjoys the format. The players all enjoy the format. So I think it's not just that you're playing with a team and the support of a team, but you know what? I bet some of them really enjoy playing against their regular partners.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And just having a You know.
There's a lot of banter, not just pride at stake, bragging rights as well. Imagine back in the locker room. It won't be long before they will get another opportunity to test their wits against friends and double partners in that event to be held in Spain in July. Not long to go, Paul.
Nope.
An excellent opening event here in Miami.
Really looking forward to it.
Martina Fassio to serve
Down there
with
near
new
the
balls.
Chi, the statue, the Paine del Viento, the wind comb.
Stunning city, San Sebastian. That was the second, and there Caldera
15 long.
just moved an inch, maybe 3, but towards that ball down the middle, and that look, and
it just put Patty up.
Patty would have seen her.
Patty might have got that, I think.
Out of the corner of the eye, she thought, okay, that's going to be yours, and then no time to react. In those kind of situations, if you're going to go for the ball,
15
mine.
all.
Gets a little
Or
touch.
say yours. Don't wait just in case they're going to say something or not. Because by the time you react, you've lost the point.
And that angle just shows that Patty actually got a nice, really good touch on that, just to divert the angle of it.
30-15.
30-15. Good serve.
Oh, just here at the below us.
Oh, it's Edu Alonso, is
Yes,
it?
it is. Signing autographs, posing for photos with fans. I mean, that's the great thing about this event, the access. And cercanía, as they were saying in Spanish, how close you are to the players who are mingling around, you see the hospitality. You can bump into them at any point, anywhere at this venue.
Oi, Patty
40-15.
puts it wide, so we actually have 3 set points. And there you go.
It does hit the back fence, but it carries.
Hit hard enough,
Sometimes
wasn't
it holds up those smashes. But on this occasion, good enough, strong enough, powerful enough to bring it home. And 6-4
in
Fassio and Polo.
35 minutes.
Quite quick. I mean, the first couple of games took about 7-8 minutes.
I think losing that set's probably knocked out any chance that Arkansas might have had of making podium day without. I mean, it's not confirmed, but I just reckon looking at where things were.
I mean, right now they're totaling up all the sets.
We've got our supercomputer.
Games.
We've got our supercomputer with the algorithms.
But it's been, I mean, still there's a lot to play for. You can't forget there are points for out of the 10 teams, 9, top 9 ranked will take something from this inaugural event here at the Wayfair Arena in Miami. And Paul was saying he thinks that 20 points. 20 points should be enough.
It might be less.
I think it's going to be less. I think it might be less because at the moment, and things do change over the course of the season, and sometimes a lot, but there might be 3 teams that will regularly reach podium day.
Yeah, exactly.
I think those 3 teams are New York, Miami,
and the
Flow
Goats.
Rider. And then you have your surprise packages. Cancun, for example. Las Vegas Smash, the women's. You know, you've got a few teams that could be there or thereabouts.
I think the Las Vegas Smash could get there, just depending on who they play. Especially in the men as well.
Also, because imagine, I mean, you just had Miami, New York. Had they have gone separate paths, then they could have met in that final podium day. But they will play everyone during the course of the regular season. And that's how it's set up. Works brilliantly. Impossible, of course, to play everyone in just one event. It's a unique format. And what it does mean, there are no dead rubbers. So you avoid those games sometimes at the end of a tournament or end of a group stage where there is nothing to play for. Here, there are still plenty of points up for grabs for the winner.
Exactly. By the way, it's Brea Caldera serving. It is underway at the start of the second set. Boy, unlucky. Look at you can see what she was trying to do there. She's trying to ramp it over the top.
Always important when you drop a set. Try and win the opening game. Hold on to your serve or break, even better. You don't want to start the second set playing catch up, having dropped the first. Lovely, lovely shot. Patty.
Good start to this second set.
Just guides it beyond her opponent. Look where the racket head finishes. High up by the shoulder.
It's good volley as well, deep. That's a nice lob as well from Fassio. Steered round, but Patty's just in exactly the right place there.
Look at that. She's got them both scurrying after the ball.
Well played there by the Matrix to take that serve to love.
I mean, just keep an eye on Patty there and there. She was toying with them. 40 minutes of this match so far. 6-4. Fassio and Polo just joining us. They took the first set. Patty and company have taken the opening game of the second set.
We'll have a quick turnaround, and away we go again.
Players to the court, please. Martina Fassio to serve.
Well played, right down to feet.
15 low.
Again, Patty just keeps it alive. If that's got too much on it, it does indeed.
30 low.
Brilliant, that was well angled.
30-15.
It's really tough to get back a shot when it hits the fence, but it's even harder. It hits that dividing pole between the glass and the fence.
Sometimes it'll even just go backwards, won't it?
It can go backwards, it could fly forward at a 90-degree right angle. Bit of a lottery.
30 all.
Disappointing shot there, I think, from Julia.
Good lob. Really good lob. Just goes so you can change defence into offence with a really good lob. On occasion, Patty opting, making the right choice not to go forward because the lob wasn't deep enough.
Again. And they came forward at the wrong time, perhaps. Well played, good patience.
30-40.
Break points.
2 for Brea and Patty.
This could be the perfect start to the second set.
Or miss hit.
Yeah, just
That was costly.
trying to windmill that one over, but into the net. So 2 games to love. And they have a break in the second set. Patty serving for 3 love.
Oh, that's a really difficult shot to pick up. She was no man's land and dug it out from under her feet. Bea Caldera.
Been able to take the net. Now Bea and Patty, can they make it count?
That smash anymore, Patty, really. To hit those winners. And when Patty wins a point at the net, it's normally because of the placement and not the power.
Completely lost their bearings there.
She lost her bearings and also a lack of communication between the two. She kind of paused, kind of hoping that Patty would dart across and get it back into play.
Never looked like it was Patty's ball, though.
But sometimes, you know it's not, but kind of at the corner of your eye, you see the move in the direction of the ball. You think, okay, it's yours.
Love 30.
Love 30.
Wow, brilliant pickup.
Oh, well recovered.
She stayed forward. Smash not catching out Fassio.
Just gets a racket on, it stays in.
Julia. Really good point, this one. Double-handed backhand, topspin.
That's a good lob.
Just mix things up a little. Julia Polo, another double-handed backhand.
Oh, well, brilliant
incredible
shot from Patty.
there from Patty.
Fantastic.
That was flick of the wrist to completely change the direction of the ball.
Look at this again on the replay and how she digs it out on the half volley almost and gets it over, controls it, brings it down. Fantastic point.
Doesn't sound the same in English. What a wrist. It sounds much better in Spanish. Vaya muñeca. And again.
Brilliant again from Patty. Well angled.
This is Patty at her best.
Here's someone going, I'm not sure on which bench there. Seguimos, let's keep it going.
Well, they've come back from 30 love down.
I was coming into her body as well. She does really well to control that.
But also she just moves her body, tilts her body out the way to have enough space and time just to move that racket head, finish. Not much backswing needed, really. Excellent technique, Patty. Has probably one of the best techniques.
Whoa.
And I think somebody's learnt from Patty.
40-30.
Great recovery. 40-30.
3 points in a row. Now a chance to head back to their bench. This is very similar to how the first set started. One double team won the first 3 games, and the other double team won the next 2.
I think this could be finished. Oh, it isn't. No, it is now.
Well,
they think it's all
2
over.
bites of the cherry.
Arkansas match.
It is now.
This is identical
to
to what we saw. Roles reversed, where Fassio and Polo won the first 3 games of the opening set. They got paired back 3-2, took the first set 6-4. In this second set, it's now Arkansas Matrix who have taken the first 3 games. Let's see how LA Beat respond here in this match between LA Beat, Arkansas Matrix. Up next, the men's doubles, but we might see a super tie break. So Paul, just quickly, highlights of this event in Miami. Standout games. I know we were both really fond of what happened with Cardona and Leo in that Clash of the Titans.
Without a doubt, and I really enjoyed the match, the last match we saw between Campagnolo and John Sanz and Edu Alonso and Augustin Tapia. That was a cracker this afternoon.
Fitting it went to super tie break.
And I enjoyed the first men's match. I really enjoyed it as well, with Alberto Garcia, Travanco and Pepe Aliaga taking a win, a big win.
That was a big upset as well to start the day. Really happy for those 2 players. Neither top 100. Travanco is 228.
But showing that they do have a big potential.
And given the opportunity, given the stage, they can produce. And they thank their team for giving them the opportunity.
And I think the other highlight perhaps was the 2 games last night in Cancun. Waves against Toronto Polar Bears, both of them, the men and the women's, with
Really
Lobo
looking
and
forward to seeing
Sainz.
Maxi and Franco on the same side of the court, and they didn't disappoint. So much so, they're in the final on Sunday. Unless Alex decides to play himself.
I don't think he will.
We'll ask Alex. We'll find out after this game ends.
The referee says he saw it good.
I love it. Okay, this is what I saw.
What do you see? Well,
what do you guys want to do? But that's part of how this works.
No, playing a let. Okay.
In a let.
First service.
I'm not sure.
Because also, I mean, the umpire might not have seen it as well, because it's difficult. We have
from the first, where the umpire
4
is
eyes here. We're watching every single point, and even sometimes we're not too sure from this angle.
Where the umpire is and where that ball bounced, I don't think he has a particularly good view at all.
Wow. That
15 love.
Bit of a mishit. Patty, do you think the Beat are going to win the next 2 games? I think they probably will. I think we're going to see a very similar set this second set. I think it's going to be 6-4 to Brea and Patty, and then we get that super tie break.
I think we're in for super tie break. Ooh, 15-all.
15-all.
Well played,
Big winner,
Patty.
Patty.
15-30.
You mentioned last season how Beat won one of the 2 events held here in
So
Miami.
consecutive events, yeah.
Miami won the first, then it was LA Beat who won the second. Well, they did qualify in the Cities Cup, but they didn't win a single match, nor did Las Vegas Smash. Flowrider Goats and Miami topped the standings. Both won their semis against Toronto Polar Bears, who'll be disappointed how they started this new season, and the New York Atlantics.
Ah, well played, well angled there by Fassio.
30-all.
Definitely
Minimised errors in this second set. Patty and Bear. They're controlling the net a lot more also.
Coming into the net quickly.
There you see. Struggled in the first set
Nice lob again from Patty.
to get on top of the points, dictate the points. That has been a very different game in this second set.
Should get there and just dinks it over the top. And again defended. Oh,
Great
well.
pick up by Bear. And that was slightly wayward.
30-40.
30-40, so 2 break points, chance for 4 love. Let's go now, let's go. It's the shout from courtside.
Another good shot there from Bear, standing on the ground.
Arkansas.
The 23-year-old has been excellent
She has played well.
in this second set.
She played well yesterday, I thought, with Aranceli. So 4 love. Chance now to go 5 love up and put that super tiebreak very close. Into the net there.
15 love.
All well played. In to feed that. She gets another chance at it. And well blocked. Patty. Great little lob there on the volley.
Oh, that was there for the taking. It was there for the
she
taking.
set it up, didn't it? The volley was going up. It was there saying, hit me.
The point was played well. Just that final outcome.
(40-15).
Well, she's done really well. She might fancy her chances of finishing well, at least keeping it alive.
That was a call there from Patty. And you can see why.
Yeah.
You can see why.
Lovely bajada. Puts it
Yeah.
in 5 love.
5 games to love.
Bear was backtracking,
Yeah.
whereas Patty was approaching face on. So it was easier for her to see where the other players were and to put it away down the middle, whereas
Yeah, absolutely.
Bear, when you're backtracking, leave it to your doubles partner, even if it is on your side of the court.
Which it was. And almost impossible to get to that one. Well, I think we're seeing how paddle can turn from one set to another as well.
Well, this had all the right ingredients for a super tie break. Continue playing it as they have done in this second set. Won't be long before we see that super tie break ball.
Well, I'm sure the LA Beat are trying to think how they can turn this set around. Very, very difficult, I think, to do that, but first of all, they have to hold the serve and then put a bit of pressure on, is it Patty to serve next? For Arkansas, it would be.
Hold.
And very quickly there, Brea, after that lob. Once again, another good deep lob. Not sure if Julia Polo knew exactly where she was in relation to the side of the court there. Didn't look particularly confident with that shot. She's lost her bearings slightly.
Time.
I'd love to be able to hear these conversations. You kind of guess what's being said, but still. Very well taken.
15-all.
Not as electric as she once was, Patty. Almost got there.
Keeps that one alive. And a good lob, which... not putting it quite deep enough to allow her and Bea to come forward, and there Bea
30-15.
puts that one out. 30-15. They want that ball back.
Definitely. Like you said, it's 5-love to Bea and Patty. We've seen some comebacks,
First service.
but not from 5-love down. Just past the hour mark here
Hold.
in this match between Arkansas Matrix and LA Beat. Just waiting for
Wait.
the ball.
Thank you.
Well, she was lightning quick out of that seat.
She wanted that moment of fame. Whoa, just well to recover in the end.
They
Well
slowly
played.
cooked the point.
30-all.
30-all.
One of those ones that in the corner could go either way after hitting both glass walls. 2 more points, all they need to set up a super tie break. First to 10.
Second serve. And really well played. Aggressive. I think they obviously made their mind up to go for that. To be aggressive, to pressure. Great lob as well.
Oh, that double-handed backhand. Not good enough.
And second set for
Wow,
Arkansas
what a quick
Matrix.
second set. Unexpected after that
They
first
won.
set.
I mean, it's how can you lose the first set 6-4 and then bounce back so well to win the second 6-love? Anyhow, everything will be decided on the super tiebreak. First to 10 points, but you have to be 2 points clear, as we've explained.
I'm not going to even
times.
I want to stop you now. 2 points clear. First to 10 or more.
10 minus 2 is?
I'm not going there.
You know what we're saying.
So both teams will be, of course, looking to win the super tiebreak because it could mean more points in that final standing. So now, do join us quickly. Do join us for Podium Day. We'll be looking back at the games played today, bring you the updated standings, all the points won by all the teams, apart from the teams playing on Sunday. We will finish 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st. But we will know 5th down to 10th.
Yeah, we will indeed.
There'll be a few surprises also on Sunday. It's flown by, hasn't it?
It has. It has.
4-day event, the final day tomorrow, 11 o'clock now.
And then we go straight through. It's not as if it's 11 o'clock and then
There's no two
Super
sessions.
tiebreak.
When it finishes, it finishes. Unlike today and yesterday, when we've had 2 sessions, one starting at 11, another no earlier
Super
than
tiebreak.
6, but because the sessions haven't overrun, they have both started at 6 o'clock.
Beatriz Caldera,
On the opening day, just 1 session, hugely successful. Every single session sold out here at the Wayfair Arena.
Okay, Bea Caldera to get us underway in this super tiebreak. First to 10 points with a 2-point advantage, of course. And we saw in our last match, John Sansa and Campa against Edu Alonso and Augustin Tapia, that these can ebb and flow. You can have a 3-point, 4-point gap, but it's not necessarily definitive until it gets to 8 or 9, when it tends to be. Well played. Well worked again.
2-0.
Too low.
Well hit winner from Patty. Now from there she can obviously hit winners, but it's not her most potent shot.
It's difficult now, isn't it, for the beat to change the dynamics?
Yeah,
you know,
they'll negative momentum, didn't they?
They'll be hoping that maybe going to
2-1. Arkansas.
the change of set to the tiebreak might just allow them to change a bit of momentum. But
to serve.
Patty to serve. I think, by the way, we were looking at our prediction league. I think I did say the Arkansas Matrix. We shall see. Oh, once again, that low bounce,
Arkansas.
really difficult to deal with.
Quite unorthodox at times also, Patty. So when you play against players, sometimes you can expect a certain type of shot. But because Patty mixes things up so well, it can be difficult to play against. And that's why she does it. Pacey, slows things down, bit of spin, side spin, top spin, back spin. It works. Again,
Oh, well recovered.
a mistake.
4-1.
Fassio.
Arkansas.
One of those where you see that happen quite a lot with that shot, don't you? It just flies a fraction high.
Julia Polo to serve.
Now we had a super tie break in the earlier men's game. And Miami were 4-2 down and came back to win.
After losing the second set as well. Well played though.
5-1, Arkansas.
Change of ends. But at the moment it is looking good for Arkansas.
Well, the men have returned after practicing out there on the court, adjacent to this centre court. Because soon it'll be the turn of the men's doubles teams.
For Arkansas, it is Inigo Joffrey and Alex Arroyo, Pablo Lijo and Alvaro Cepero for New York.
We saw Lijo and Cepero in action yesterday. Also Alex Arroyo, but Inigo Joffrey coming into the side for the late match here tonight. Arroyo, the player sitting out.
Polo.
Yeah, went long that serve. Julia Polo serving. Six-one.
6-1, Arkansas.
Not unsolvable, but not
No.
looking
No.
good.
Mathematically still possible. But you just look at that 6-love and now 6-1.
It's just the momentum, isn't it? It's the way that they've played since the start of the second set, Patty and Bea.
Time.
A couple of good hits, really good hits there.
7-1, Arkansas.
7-1.
Well, Patty must be delighted with how Bea has played in this match.
Bea played well and played well yesterday. Obviously, it was against Gemma and Delfi. Ooh, that's sort of very much a
8-1,
game set and match
Arkansas.
nearly here sort of shot, isn't it?
Yeah,
8-1.
it's unlucky as well. I mean, you just take your eye off the ball for a split second, have a quick look across, over to the opposite side of the court, see where your opponents are, think, okay, this is where I need to hit the ball. And you just mistime the shot off the frame.
Second service.
8-1 down in the super tie break.
Wow, lovely.
Brilliant punch, volley winner.
9-1,
Patty,
Arkansas.
yeah, will not.
They have got
A lot.
7 match points, I think. 8 match points.
They're going to take this first one. They've not made any mistakes.
No.
Hard, well, I think 3 in that second set, none in the tie break. And that was
9-2, Arkansas.
That was a mistake.
but it was so close.
Commentators curse us again.
Patty to serve.
Still,
Oh, it's a matter of time.
it's a lot of match points.
Not strong enough. That smash. Patty's there, and
Oh.
Patty hasn't won it. Oh, no!
no! How did she?
What happened there? The life of its own, the ball.
Arkansas. Switch sides.
12 points, so change of ends.
What happened here? Look, look, look.
They haven't realised they have to
Switch.
change end.
Ah!
Switch. Wait. Switch sides. 9-3. Cambio.
12 games.
12 points played.
Oh, 12
after
points,
6
yeah.
And 12 quick switch of ends. and a quick team talk if you want one. The LAB don't want a team talk.
Quick mouthful of water.
They quickly dart over this side of the court.
Time.
I do remember when this game concludes, post-game interviews with the winners, and then about 3, 4, 5 minutes.
5 or 6 minutes, and then it'll
the
be
men's.
the men's to close us up for the day. Oh,
not falling. Fassio with that fake smash. Brea.
But I think it's more, how can I put it? You know that Paddy's not likely, under normal circumstances, to bang in a smash, though. So perhaps it's easier to guess that it's going to be a fake smash. 9-4, closing in.
Well, the pressure's off because they were 9-1 down. They stayed on court, didn't head back to their bench when they had the possibility to get some refreshments, quick chat with the coach.
And there's a moment comes when you want to think, okay, let's close this out.
There it is.
There it is. She did get enough on that one.
40-year-old hits the winner.
1 hour and 15 minutes. 4-6, 6-love, then 9-4 on the super tiebreak. Good win for the Arkansas Matrix. Means they'll pick up points.
An important victory in that race that starts here in Miami for the season finale in New York. Bit of a crazy game when you look at the final score. Losing that first set and then winning the second set 6-love, racing into a 9-1 lead in the super tie break. Lost 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. But then Patty coming up with a big winner, huge smash.
Disappointing for the beat, the LA beat. Winning the first set. Playing pretty well, and then I think their game fell apart a little bit, but Patty and Bea also hitting their stride.
Now we're watching that smash again. Meanwhile, the players are over by the bench on their feet, celebrating a very good win.
So yeah, we're just waiting for Patty and Bea to come out. Taking the congratulations of their teammates. Our mate Javi, there he is with us, with his pink shoes.
With the lancha.
Put on your pink shoes and dance the blues.
He was wearing sandals yesterday.
He's remarkably.
He said they're not sandals though.
He's remarkably chill.
He had another name for them, not sandals.
He's a lovely lad, isn't he? He has no concept of time.
No. I don't know if that's Javi or also being Spanish.
No, I think it's Javi. It's Javi. So let's hear from Patty and Bea, from Javi and Arantxa, and then we'll be back in a few moments, and we're back with the men's.
Tough match to start closing the night, and it's time to hear the winners' words.
Bueno, pues enhorabuena a Bea Caldera y a Pati LLaguno, chicas. Lo venís comentando. Debut, primer partido juntas y victoria. No hay nada mejor, Bea.
Congratulations, because this is your first match together and you got the victory.
Sí, muy contentas. Para mí pues es un placer poder jugar con Pati. Alguna vez habíamos entrenado juntas, pero nunca habíamos jugado un partido oficial. Así que nada, estoy muy feliz con la victoria, también de haberle podido dar un punto a nuestro equipo. Así que nada, ahora apoyar a los chicos.
We're very happy. We have played before another match, but it wasn't an official one. So happy with my teammate.
Bueno, Pati, seguir manteniendo, tú sigues siendo Boqui insignia de este equipo, que además sois un equipazo, todo el mundo ahí lo ve en el banquillo, ahí a Gonza, Mario, Íñigo, seguís manteniendo ese bloque que tanto caracteriza a Arkansas. ¿Cómo te sientes siguiendo representando a este equipo, Pati? No ha podido ser en este evento de Miami, pero bueno, vamos a ver porque quedan más.
You keep representing this team. You have a great team back there. And how do you feel about what you're doing for them?
Bueno, la verdad que creo que estamos en el mejor equipo posible, con el mejor coach en esta ocasión, gracias Mario. Y bueno, la verdad que es una suerte poder formar parte del Arkansas Matrix Team. El ambiente es impresionante y lo estamos disfrutando. En esta vez, aunque no hayamos clasificado, lucharemos por la siguiente y confiamos que vamos a estar ahí peleando por todo.
I know we didn't qualify, but we're going through a great moment, and it's a pleasure to be part of this team, and we're going to keep working for the results.
Bueno, pues enhorabuena a Bea, Pati, que no se mueva nadie porque llega el enfrentamiento de los chicos, el masculino, aquí, ahora mismo, a continuación. Es el último del día en la Pro Padel League.